He said, have you ever walked on a land which is covered with thorns? Umar said, yes. He said, what will you do then? He said, I will hold my garment up and watch where my foot steps. He said, this is Taqwa. What do you understand from that? That means you have to look for everything you say, everything you do. As some of the pious predecessors, when they find Taqwa, they say, it is to do the righteousness based on the revelation. How can I understand that? Do not just copy and imitate people. No. You have to be 100% sure that this thing that they are doing as a worship is a legitimate worship, is approved worship, revealed from Allah to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Because what is the concept of worship? Concept of worship is to worship Allah with that which He loves and likes. How do you know that Allah loves this thing or He doesn't? You only can know via Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, revelation. So if you have no any proofs, authentic proofs to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that this is a worship and it is to be done this way, then you cannot do it. It's not because you think it's good, because most of the misguidances we see today is based on the estimation of people. They think it is good. They think it is good. So they do it. So they do it as a worship. As a worship. Which is wrong. Because this is not the method to know whether this thing that you are doing is wanted by Allah or not until you have the revelation or the narration authentic to Prophet Muhammad. That's why this scholar of the pious predecessors, when he defined Taqwa, he said it is to worship Allah based on the light that came from Allah, seeking the pleasure of Allah, hoping the reward from Allah. So what it is to worship Allah based on the revelation, based on the light, which is what the revelation, and seeking the reward from Allah. So you have to worship, and this worship has to be according to the revelation, and your intention must be to please Allah the Almighty. It's my fault. So this is another identification definition of taqwa. To worship Allah based on, or to do the righteousness based on the light, which is the revelation from Allah, seeking the reward from Allah. On the other hand, it's not only doing, it's even abandoning, refraining from sins based on the light from Allah. What does that mean? It means do not consider things halal and haram except with proofs and evidences. Because some people think that halal is what is good in the sight of people. And that is not correct. That is not correct, because what is good in your sight must not necessarily be good in his sight. So it's not a scale, it's not a method of measuring. The method of measuring the authenticity of a worship is the revelation. It's the narration to the Prophet ﷺ, the authenticity of the narration and based on the revelation. So to leave and abandon is sin based on the light, meaning based on the proof that it is sin. Do not come and call things as sin if you don't have any proofs and evidence. You do not come to people and say this is haram and this is halal, except with proofs and evidence. And fearing why you do it, fearing the punishment of Allah. Fearing the punishment of Allah. You don't abandon it. If it is a worship, you don't abandon it because you don't want people to say that you are bad. No. It is to obey Allah. So we have now two definitions already for taqwa. One for one for obey. But the very or the most intensive and accurate definition was from Ali ibn Abi Talib, who said, Taqwa is al-khawfu min al-jaleel, is to fear the majesty, Allah, to fear Him in all what you do and in all what you don't do or refrain from. You have to watch Allah the Almighty if it is something pleases Him or displeases Him. Al-khawfu min al-jaleel. And you must base your actions in accordance to the revelation. In accordance to the revelation. Second, because he gave a definition of 4 articles. That was the first. Fearing the majesty. Second, acting according to the revelation. وَالْعَمَلُ بِالتَّنْزِيلِ. خوف من الجليل, that is taqwa. الخوف من الجليل. In all your worship, all your relations, all everything. Everything. خوف من الجليل. والعمل بالتنزيل. والقناعة والعمل بالتنزيل, as you said earlier, that you don't make any step further until you know that it is 100% authentic to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the worship itself, itself in the time of its practicing, in the way of performance of it, must be authentically related to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when we say authentic to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it means as the companions understood it and implemented it. Not as you, because many people today, they say Quran or Sunnah. They say we go to the Quran and the Sunnah and we take the understanding of the verdicts there. They say no, that is wrong. That is wrong. Because you do not have the qualifications. You don't have the qualifications. You don't have the proper language to understand, even if you are Arab. The Arabs today, their Arabic is not as the Arabic of the people at the time of the Prophet. So you have to take, and above that, Allah commanded us to take the religion according to the understanding of the Sahaba. Allah Ta'ala said, and in Surah An-Nisa, وَمَنْ يُشَاقِقِ الرَّسُولَ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ الْهُدَى وَيَتَّبِعْ غَيْرَ سَبِيلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ نُوَلِّهِ مَا تَوَلَّى وَنُصْلِهِ جَهَنَّمَ وَسَاءَتْ. He who ever opposes the messenger and takes away other than the way of the believers in the Sahaba, we will let him go with what he chooses. But we will let him enter into the blazing fire, and what a bad destination it is. So do not try to go and take the proofs and evidence directly from the Quran and Sunnah according to your poor understanding. Even the ulama, they go to the Sahaba. And my coming talk, you're going to see, when we speak about some verses of the Quran, we're going to bring the statements of the Sahaba, how they understood it. How did they understand it? So, the third of the definition of Ali ibn Abi Talib to Taqwa is وَالْقَنَاعَةُ بِالْقَلِيلِ. Finding sufficiency in whatever provision Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you. What does that mean? Don't I work for more income to make my life and my family's life better? No, it doesn't mean that. But it means do not put this on the account of your duties here in dunya. What is your duty in dunya? Your duty in dunya is not to collect wealth and that's it. Because wealth is not going to go with you to the grave. It's not going to go with you. You will leave it behind. Even if they bury all your billions with you, you're not going to benefit. No shops, no markets, underground. There in the hall where they're going to put you, pounds do not work. Dollars do not work. There are no banks to change currency. Even if you take gold, you still don't benefit from it. There, the currency is hasanat. That's it. Currency is hasanat. How much hasanat? hasanat you earn. That is the currency there. That is the currency there. So, finding the sufficiency does not mean abundant working for your income. No. But it means do not waste your time just on dunya. Give some time for your religion. And when we say your religion, it does not mean just pray. That means you have to learn. You have to learn about the whole religion. You have to learn. If you are a farmer, you have to learn, for example, the fiqh of zakah of harvest. If you are a businessman, you have to learn the fiqh of what is permissible to sell and what is not. The ways of selling in cash and installment. The zakah, the fiqh of zakah of business. You have to learn that. But the farmer doesn't have to learn this. He needs to learn about his field. If you are single, not married, there is a fiqh that you need to learn. If you are married, you have fiqh, you have to learn. You have to learn. If you are strong and healthy, there is a fiqh that you have to learn and how to perform the worships. If you get old and you get weak, then there is a fiqh. You have to learn. So, cycling of learning will continue with you from the time you became sane until you die. Till you die. Non-stop cycle. You have to learn. Why? This learning is your protection after death. Because after death, there are no excuses. You cannot say, sorry Allah. No. It doesn't work there. It doesn't work. Allah said, وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا. Whoever does any act, even as small as the size of an ant or an atom, will see if it is good or it is bad. He will see it. And then, apologies are not accepted. Are not accepted. You have done good, you get good. You done bad, you're gonna be punished. So that means you have to learn. You have to learn. As a Muslim, you have to learn how to recite Quran. It's not appropriate for you as a Muslim to continue on live while you are not even knowing how to pronounce Surah Al-Fatiha. And many people do that. Many people. And they say, oh, I'm a layman. No. Layman, there are boundaries for every single person in dunya in relation to the knowledge. There are knowledges that no one is exempted not to know. Everyone has to know. Everyone has to know. So, finding sufficiency of provision, that means do not waste your life just running after dunya. Then you have to give time for your religion. Learn it and act on it. And act on it. The fourth is, as Ali radiallahu anhu said, al-istiqdad al-yawm al-rahim. Getting ready for the day of departure. This is the very true fact that not a single human says that he does not know what it means. every single human on earth, they know what it means. And they are so certain of it. Why? Because everyone, whatever religion he is upon, he sees his father dying, his grandfather dying, his people die. Everyone will die. Everyone will die. It's a fact. That's why Allah Ta'ala called it in the Quran, yaqeen. When Allah Ta'ala said to the Prophet وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. Continue worshiping your Lord until certainty approaches you. What is certainty? Death. Until death approaches you. So, you have to get ready for that day, for that moment, which you don't know when. Don't say that, oh, I'm still 30 years. All men in my family dying in their 60s. So I still have 30 years. Oh, I'm healthy. I don't suffer of any diseases. I'm still capable to live. No. Many people die healthy. Many people die in every age. Even children. Many people went to sleep and did not wake up. But no sickness, nothing, just die. Because this is the thing that no one knows. Even Angel Jibreel doesn't know. No one knows. So that's why when you don't know when death approaching you, you have to be ready all the time. Prepare yourself for it. والاستعداد ليوم الرحيل. استعداد يوم الرحيل. That day, not only those careless people about their religion will feel sorry, that even the practicing ones will feel sorry. Even the practicing ones, even the scholars, even the martyrs, even the companions of Prophet Muhammad, they all will feel sorry. Why? They will feel sorry that they did not do much more. They will feel sorry that they did not do much more of the worships and obediences, and scholars did not, they will feel sorry that they did not get more knowledge, and more, because these things brings you nearer to Allah. Brings you nearer to Allah. Takes you far from the fire. So get ready for that day. This is Taqwa. This is Taqwa. People of Taqwa are promised with many, many things. Allah in this world is with them. Allah is with them. What does that mean? He supports them. Taqwa is, the people of Taqwa are promised with Jannah. إِنَّ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ مَفَازًا حَدَائِقَ وَأَعْنَابًا وَكَوَاعِبَ أَتْرَابًا. Those people of Taqwa will be given, for them is Jannah prepared, in which are rivers running and gardens. And in the Hadith Qudsi, Allah Ta'ala said, أعددت بيدي لعبادي المتقين ما لا عين رأت ولا أذن سمعت ولا خطر على قلب بشر. I prepare by my hands for my slaves and servants who are pious, who are Abu Taqwa, that which no eye have ever seen, and that which no ear has ever heard. So taqwa, as the Salaf said, Ra'sul Amri Taqwa. Taqwa is the peak of this religion. The peak of this religion is taqwa. That's why you have to struggle to be Abu Taqwa. What time is that? We may stop here, inshallah. This is only kind of introduction, or just to prepare you for the talk, inshallah, after Salat al-Dhuhr. Now we're gonna get ready for Salat al-Dhuhr, and inshallah after Salah we will start the event, which is today for family affairs. May Allah Ta'ala make us the people of Taqwa, and make us Abu Taqwa, and keep us Abu Taqwa until we stand before Him, gaining His intercession, gaining His pleasure, and the intercession of His Prophet ﷺ, and confining Him in the highest of the Jannah. And those who Allah A'lam, sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad.